Funding is provided by New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District. Funding is provided by Absolute Care of Westfield, committed to returning the favor to those who have spent a lifetime caring for others, located on 26 Cass Street in Westfield, New York. Dave Cass and Rick Newell provide funding on behalf of the Lakeview Hotel and Restaurant at the Docks, located on Water Street near the lake in Mayville. From the Chuck Kelsey Television Studio of Access Channel 5 in Mayville, it's Senior Report with Reed Powers. Join us live Saturday mornings between 9 and 10 a.m. in Fredonia, Mayville, and Silver Creek. Call in and share a thought or wish someone a happy birthday with Chautauqua County's only on-air senior program. Reed continues in 2010 with another year of interesting guests expressing their viewpoints and informing the community on a variety of subjects. And now, here's Reed Powers.
And good morning. What a beautiful day in Chautauqua County. The sun is beaming down. The trees are shimmering in the sun. It's all so sweet and so good. Flowers everywhere. What a day. What a place to live. We're lucky, folks. Looking around us, we see the news, and the news is good and bad. First of all, on the federal level, there is very little news. We're hearing about the Hollywood breakups and the cheating going on and golfers who cheat and all this stuff. That's most of the news. It's just trivial crap. We don't get the real stuff, like what is destroying this nation. The inflation, the borrowing, the spending we don't have, the bailing out banks who robbed us, and then we give them all their money back, up to trillions of dollars. We don't hear about the wars, which are destroying our kids. Thousands and thousands coming home in boxes. Pieces of them missing. It's an outrage. 2 wars now, and of course our president, who inferred he would get us out of them, actually doubled the troop presence in the Afghanistan. And we're about the 4th conquering nation to go in there and get conquered, because that's what happens. It bankrupted the last nation, the Russians, as a matter of fact. And here we are over there spending trillions of dollars, really, realistically, in these 2 wars, Iraq and Afghanistan, and we're getting absolutely nowhere. We're just losing lives and spending our wealth, which we don't have at this point. We're borrowing everything we spend just about. Seniors are in real trouble because of this. The Congress, in their wisdom, had declared recently, the last few years they've given us very little COLA, much less COLA, the cost of living adjustment, which we were always promised. We don't starve to death on our Social Security. That's there to really protect us. It's the last resort if we don't have decent pensions. And most of us these days are not getting them. We're losing them, or they're cutting back too. And what's happening is, since inflation is killing us, the seniors have not been getting a fair COLA, 2%, when you got 20% running or 10% or even 5% running. Over the last few years, it's reduced the senior dollar to 50 cents. In other words, we're getting half what we got 8 years ago. And, of course, to remedy the situation this year, and they said next year too, they're going to give us no COLA, no cost of living adjustment, because they're telling us there's going to be no inflation. Who are they kidding, these people in Congress? Who are they kidding? Seniors are literally starving at this point. They're losing their homes, they're losing their properties, they're in real trouble. And we're going to be reduced to what happened during the Depression. See what that is? That's a can of cat food. Seniors will be eating cat food, living in the cellars of their children at the rate Congress is going. There's only one answer to that, and I get an email on this every single day. Vote every money in Congress out. Just vote them out, period. Put new people in, and let's hope they will not pay the tribute to the rich and powerful and screw the little guy, especially seniors who are totally helpless. They cannot go to work at the age of 90 or 85 and start stocking shelves over at Walmart. They depend on their Social Security and their pensions, and pensions go right along with the phony federal figures. Write your congressman if you can get in touch with him. Higgins. We have enough going on here. It's just insanity. There's one good spark of happiness I see out there, and that is we're going to probably have a local boy, our next lieutenant governor. And I happen to know the guy who's probably going to be elected governor, Rick Lazio. He was down in Long Island when I was down there many years ago, active politically. Greg looks like he's a shoo-in, and so does Lazio, because the heavy polls are going against the Democrats. It looks like they're going to be voted out in Congress, in New York State at the governor's level. And it will be nice to have one person down there in Albany who is not from New York City, who has some say, although lieutenant governor usually keeps his mouth shut. He's supposed to. That's his role, just to shut up unless you're told to say something. Who knew who Patterson was until he became the governor after Spitzer started dancing around with the whores? It's a madness, isn't it? Our government, our New York State government is just craziness. They haven't even got a budget yet. Here it is months after it's due. There's no budget. We don't even know what we're going to get for school aid, for roads and highways. We have no idea. We're supposed to budget for it, of course. But a lot of that is stuff that we're supposed to be receiving from New York, some of our tax money back, if we ever see any of it back. Most of it goes to welfare down in New York City, and that's what's happening. And there are all kinds of new hidden taxes. Yeah, if your computer in your car has a light that won't go out, they've got to do all kinds of work on that, and they inspect it and pass it, but you have to come back in 30 days and have it re-inspected. Another big chunk of money for an inspection. I think it's $50. Anyway, whatever it is, it's a lot of dough. Closing our parks all around us. What's going on with this government? State and federal level. I don't know what's happening. Next week we're going to have our assemblyman on. He's a stand-up guy, Bill Parment. And he'll be able to give us a little insight as to what's going on down there. They tell me that the Senate is in a total state of disarray. Nobody really quite knows what's going on in the state Senate. And the average taxes increases, which are going up. We have the highest taxed state in the nation. And what do? They raise taxes another 27% with the new taxes they're going to put in now. And I suspect, and we'll have to talk to Greg about that one of these days, or maybe we can get somebody else who, the majority leader over there, Fred Crosscutt, he comes over and he gives us a real in-depth, honest appraisal. And I have a feeling we're going to be paying much higher taxes on the county level, as well as the state level, as well as the federal level. Help us. Lord help us. All right, enough of that. Let's have a little nice news here. Greg Edwards, at least I think you'll be elected. There's such outrage about the mishandling of our state budget and taxes, that are insane taxes, and cutting of all our parks and things. I think there's going to be a change in party. It looks like the Republicans are going to win hands down. Hello, Greg. All right, we got a few notes here from our senior clubs. We have the greatest senior clubs. The Dunkirk Federated Seniors, they have a beautiful center. The president over there is Loretta Hemmick. If you don't know her, get in touch with her. Join the club. Great bunch, a huge bunch there. They have a lovely building they use, which is also used by some of the other senior groups. And the next meeting over there, if you want to get involved with the Dunkirk Federated, just drop in. It'll be June 8th. And you'll meet Betty Korzinski. She is the one who'll be doing the kitchen. The Lakeshore Senior Center, seniors, they meet at the Senior Center also. And the president over there is Charlene Hallmark. And I just wanted to say the attendance prize went to Albertine Jacobus, and he is a winner. She is a winner. All right, June 9th will be their next meeting, and they're going to have a Mary Dwork there doing the service with the coffee and the cake. You know, coffee and cake is a good part of any meeting. It's a chance to have fellowship, to chat and rap and have fun and meet new people. Sharon Care, that's Fredonia crowd. They meet at 32 Moore Avenue in Fredonia, and the president over there is